Hello everyone, this is Coach Carol, using an online family tree. Today I'm going to step you through some simple ways to get started with Ancestry using both a computer and an iPad. Here we are on the homepage of Ancestry.com, where you can find the steps towards starting your family tree. You can begin with a 14-day free trial or become a member straight away by subscribing. You have several options there of length of time and amount of money that you want to spend. And if you're keen on DNA and discovering your ethnic mix, you can go to that link on the right-hand side. They are saying that tracing your family story with a family tree, they make it easy. Well, they do. First thing that you might want to do before you start with your tree is have a look at the lessons themselves. When you go to the Ancestry.com Getting Started page, you'll find some very easy steps to start your family tree. And as they suggest, you trace your family history back from yourself and go back as far as you can with details that you know. In Ancestry, they provide you with these wonderful hints. Because it is a huge database of entries of genealogical data across the world, it can search through all of those trees to find links to those pieces of information about your ancestors, and they pop it up onto your screen with a little green leaf. You can click on those and review the details. Once more, if you need to know more about your ancestry, you can go back with DNA tracing. When you do find documents on Ancestry, there is a wealth of information and stories about your ancestors and their past, like this one, where a photo was found and other pieces of memorabilia. Once you get to the end of this page, you can then start your free trial if you wish to. I'm going to head over to my account for Ancestry.com, and I've logged in, as you can see up here on the top right, and I have a couple of trees already started. I'm going to use this one today, which is my teaching tree. But before we go to the tree, there's some other things on this page that I want to point out for you. If you're ready to begin a new tree, you'll go to this link, Create a New Tree. If you already have a tree established in another online database, you can upload it here by uploading a GEDCOM file. It's an unusual name, but that refers to a genealogical data communication. And if you search in your other tree for that particular file, you can upload it into Ancestry and get your tree pre-populated with the data you've already collected. Below the tree that I'm going to show you today is where you can view the tree overview, get an idea of where you're up to with that tree. And over on the right-hand side are the tree settings. Let's pop into there first to have a look at what they are all about. So you might want to think ahead now when you're creating your tree as to who gets to see it and what information you're going to be providing. So you'll see three tabs. Your tree info is here, so you can create a tree name and a tree description. You can change those at any time, and you can select whether you want them to automatically build the stories for the tree or not. And here in the privacy settings, you can make this private or public. When you're first starting, you might want to consider making it a private tree and then opening it up to the public when you're ready. You can also prevent people from finding it in the search index by clicking this option. When you're ready with your first tree and you want to share it with your family members, if you click into the sharing tab, it gives you the option to invite people to come along to view your tree. So you might have cousins or uncles and aunts, or in fact your parents or grandparents still living, who could contribute to the information you're storing. On the top left of your tree, you get some further options. You can view it as a pedigree, which is what that little symbol means. Or you can view it as a family group sheet like this. And you'll see links in that particular area where you can go back to the sharing and so on. Here's an example of what the leaf looks like when there are some ancestry hints for the person named in your tree. All right, let's head across to my tree. I'll view the tree from this link and you'll see how it is beginning to emerge. And I'm using my maiden name here, of course, so that you'll see the reference to my paternal line through my dad and through my mum. So the first thing that you might want to do is to add some details. For example, I do know the birth and death dates for my maternal grandfather. Let's add those. So you click into that person's name and you can go directly to their profile or do a quick edit for them here. So we'll choose the quick edit for now, which allows me to put in place the birth date. Now I've got all those stored in my physical genealogical record book, and I will now put those in place for that person. And my grandfather, Charles Harry Newland Cutting, was born in 1871. In fact, 19th of October, 1871. And he died in 1955. So I've just put two pieces of information there and I can now save that. And it takes you back to your tree and you should see the updates once you click into the background again. You'll see the two dates have been listed here. I can then add new people. I know the name of my maternal grandmother, so let's add her. So we put in her first and middle name. She was Harriet Priscilla. And we use the mother's maiden name here, or grandmother, so that we can search for her details later on. And I do know that she was born in 1873 and she died in 1955. And once again, I'll save it. So it's pretty easy on your computer to do all of that and to get your tree beginning to grow before your eyes. But what about if you don't want to use your computer, but you want to use your tablet or iPad? So what I'm going to do next is show you what it looks like in an iPad.